Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Brian James and this is a channel dedicated to the building and restoration of clubman style cars. Okay, I guess today I want to talk about a touchy subject, hopefully not so touchy, but it's anti-seize. Okay, when building your car, you need to use this stuff, honestly. So, your car's out in the weather. When you drive it, it's out in the weather. Sometimes it rains, hopefully not too often. Most of the time it's nice and sunny. Either way, it is in the elements. With it being in the elements, it is prone to corrosion. So, later on down the track, if you, let's say, need to undo a bolt or something, and you haven't used anti-seize, you're going to struggle. You may strip the bolts, tear them up, they gall up. It's honestly one of the biggest pains in the bum you will experience in the hobby. So I know that most of you know how to use this, but it's for those odd one or two that A, may never have heard about it, or B, don't think it's necessary. It is. So today I'm going to show you how I use it, and well, I've explained why I'm going to use it, and some of the precautions for it. So when using this stuff, first of all, there's many makes of anti-seize, from Loctite to Chesterton, which it doesn't matter. So I've got multiple tins littered around this shed of mine from Loctite. At the present, I've got this can of Chesterton. It's usually all good stuff. It does the job. Anything you use is better than nothing. So, anti-seize. Okay, first things you need to do, you need gloves. Honestly, this stuff, if you've seen the memes about anti-seize, where someone gets a small spot of it on himself and ends up looking like the Tin Man out of Wizard of Oz, it's true. This stuff spreads like you wouldn't believe. Most of the tins come with a handy dandy little brush on the end of it. So, what I usually do, so wipe the brush off any excess anti-seize. You do not want the stuff dripping anywhere. You don't need a lot of it. That's it. That's all you need. That will not only help when you come to take the bolt out in the future, so it's not corroded into, in this case, the block of the motor, but it also helps lubricate the thread going in. Predominantly this is used for nuts and bolts and threads, so we'll get that part out of the way. As you can see, even just, get to the camera, even just touching that little bit, it's already on my hands. So just start the thread in. Yeah, well, we can see it. And do it up. That's as simple as that. Make sure it's nice and tight. You can torque things down if you wish. I don't. Once you've done it, seal it up or close it up, and it's good to go for another day. Just be warned, this thing is always in wait for you to be a little bit not cautious, and it will spread silver throughout your shop. If you get any on your feet, you're going to find silver footprints through the floor. It's just the way it is. Anyway, that's the informational part of the video over. I can go over what I did in the weekend. The week. So this week, I had a new clutch come. Yay! Again, super cheap. There may not have been a hell of a lot wrong with the old clutch, I don't know, but it had been sitting for 8 years, and for something that, for a brand new clutch, is $280, it's cheap insurance. You've got a brand new clutch. It's a no-brainer. It's a small amount of money with a big return. Let me remove these. So as you can see how easy it is to spread silver everywhere when I just touch my glasses. So the old clutch looked to be a heavy-duty clutch. I'm unsure. Again, that's because I just don't know. I didn't buy it originally. Now, this car doesn't need a heavy-duty clutch. The motor appears to be fairly standard. I'm not running individual throttle bodies, ITBs, individual throttle bodies, ITBs. It's standard fuel injection. It's a 4AGE, 16 valve. It's nothing special. So there's no need for a heavy duty clutch in a motor that's fairly standard, and the car's under 700 kgs. It's half the weight of the car that it was intended for. So I opted for a standard clutch. I may as well have a light or a standard feeling clutch in something so it's easier to drive in, and that's basically what this car's going to be. I'm going to drive it on the roads long distance. It's not a track day car. And when you're starting to look at what you're driving and how you drive, that dictates the build you do. If you are making a track day car, if you're building a track day car, a fire-breathing monster that's running at 500 horse, 300 horse. 300 horse in a car that's 600 kgs, that is a phenomenal amount of horsepower. And you're building that car to be on the track. You can use the heavy duty clutch. You can use everything you need, harder suspension. But all of those things take away from driving it on the road. If 95% of the time you use your car is on the road, then build it to be on the road, not on the track. That 5%, 10%, hell, even 15%, your standard equipment will surprise you at how well it performs on the track. It will probably outperform you for many years. Once you get to the point where it doesn't, then you can look at rebuilding. But you'll enjoy it every step of the way, as opposed to having a track day focused car that's super hard on your back, clutch, brakes, steering, and then trying to drive it for 100 miles, 200 Ks. You should be able to hop in your car and cover 500 Ks and hop out refreshed. That's enjoyable. Anyway, that's my rant over. Let's get on back onto it. So we do have the clutch, and I'll just put the, we'll do an installation video on how to do a clutch next time. Over the week, I did very little. Again, remember, every little step is one step forward. So what I did do was I took off all the little bits on the engines, my engine mounts, alternator mount, bracket, the little mounts here that strengthen the gearbox to the motor. We've got a bead blaster at work. I bead blasted them and sprayed them black. That's it. Nothing much. Now I've just installed them. Last weekend I did say, plan out what you do and get that part done. Well, I got the part that I planned to have done a little bit early, so I then installed the diff into the Chevron. So I'll just go and take a look at that, shall I? Okay. And we will walk around here. Oops, sorry, kicking the tripod. Okay, so There's the independent rear pumpkin now installed into the chassis. I will be painting that a chassis black and get rid of that rusty look because it's never any good. Right, let's set you up here again. Move back. Okay, so pretty much that's it. Most of these videos I try and keep them to within 10 minutes. If you like what you see, hit like and subscribe. I'm always interested in comments. I'll always try and reply to them if I can. So please, any questions, ask, like, subscribe, and you guys have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye.